Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Sankalp Dyal, a final year student of computer science, and I usually make coding videos and placement related videos so that you can do good in your interviews. So hello, so today we are going to solve this question, and this is an arrays question. So this week is for arrays question, and this is the third question for this week. And mostly after this week, I won't be making any coding questions, and all the videos will be generally discussion videos and like general topics and not some coding questions. And today we have this set matrix zeros question. So the question is that we are given an m cross n matrix, and if any element in this matrix is 0, then we have to change all of its row and column to 0. So for example, in the first case, we can see that the value at 1 comma 1 is 0. So the entire row and the entire column is made 0. So we have to do this thing, and in this what we can do is we can try to store all the like the basic approach is we can do two for loops, and whenever we see a 0 we will change all the values, all the like corresponding rows and column values to 0, but that is not an efficient method. So in this what we can do is we can create a set and store all the rows and column index which we have to convert 0. So 0 row is a set and 0 column is also a set, and now we have m rows and n columns. So now we have got the number of rows and the number of columns, and now we will iterate. And if the current value is 0, then we will add the current row, that is I, and we'll add j in the 0 column. And after this we will have saved all the rows and columns, and now we will check if this current row is in 0 row or this current column is in 0 col. If it is so, then we'll change the value to 0, because we had to change the value based on the based on some other number we have to change the current value, so it will be converted to 0. And for checking we can also print this matrix. Okay, so this is the same thing, and in this first we are adding all the rows and columns in 0 and 0 col set, and then finally we are iterating for all the values in rows and columns, and if the current row is in 0 row or the current column is in 0 column, then we'll change the value, that is we'll update the value. And now we can submit this, and for the time and space complexity, the time will be mn and the space will be m plus n. Now the time is mn because here we are iterating, like here we have two nested for loops, and it is of m times n because they are of order of m and n respectively. And for the space, here we are storing a set, so this set will contain the total number of rows or the total number of columns, whichever is maximum. So in that case we'll take m plus n. So this was one method. Now another method what we can use is, instead of using this space, linear space, so we can try to do it in constant space. So in this what we can do is we will try to update the first row and the first column of that particular cell. So if I just copy this code, and instead of adding it to the set, we'll update the first value of that row or that column. And now here we'll check if either the first row or the first column value of that cell is 0, and if it is 0 we'll update the value. Time will be mn and space will be m plus n. Space will be constant because here we are not storing any array or any set. So this was the two methods, and if we check the solution, here also we have the first method is using a set and a column set, and then they are adding the values, and finally they are changing the values to 0 if the row or the column contains that particular index, and the time and space is as given. Now the second method, that is in constant space. So in this we are changing the first value of that particular, so this is that method. So for example in this case, when we see the first 0, we will change the values of the first row and first column, and after this we will change all the values. That's all for this video. If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe the channel, and we'll be having some more videos on topics like this. And if we are not able to solve this question, we can always check the discussion section, and if we open the first few links, so here we can get a C++ solution, and it is in linear space. It is in constant space because here they have only constant values, and they are also assigning the first value and first, like the first row value and the first column value as 0, and then they are updating the values. Now if we see another solution, so this is also the similar method. Okay, so in this way also we can see the solutions if we are not able to do the question. So that's all for this video. Thank you and bye bye.